Has your dog ever followed you into the bathroom? Or stared at you like they could see something you couldn't? Maybe they jump on you every time you come home, or insist on licking your hands when you're just trying to relax. None of this is random, and once you know what it all means, you'll never look at your dog the same way again. Today, you're about to uncover 40 of the strangest behaviors dogs do, and the surprising reasons behind each one. Spoiler, some will melt your heart. Others may reveal hidden anxiety or emotions your dog is too loyal to show. Let's begin. 1. Following you into the bathroom. It might feel a little awkward, especially when you just want a moment of privacy. But when your dog insists on trailing you into the bathroom, it's not just clinginess, it's instinct. In the wild, dogs are pack animals, and no pack member ever strays far without backup. If you go somewhere behind closed doors, your dog thinks, "That's dangerous. You're vulnerable. I need to protect you." It's also about emotional security. You're their anchor, and your scent, even in the bathroom, is comforting. To your dog, being near you, no matter the setting, is simply what love feels like. 2. Sniffing other dogs' rear ends. It might look embarrassing at the dog park, but this classic canine greeting is like checking someone's resume, medical record, and mood instantly. A dog's rear end holds scent glands that tell other dogs everything: gender, health, emotional state, even what they ate last. So when your dog sniffs another's behind, they're not being rude, they're reading a biography. And when another dog sniffs theirs, they're offering the same in return. It's how trust begins in the dog world. 3. Staring at you for long periods. Sometimes it feels sweet, other times it's unsettling. But when your dog locks eyes with you, it's one of the most intimate, vulnerable acts in dog communication. In canine language, staring can be a threat, but when your dog chooses to hold your gaze softly, they're breaking their own instincts to show complete trust. Studies have shown that this kind of eye contact raises oxytocin levels in both dog and human, the same hormone released between a mother and child. So yes, when your dog stares at you like that, it's love. Deep, safe, bonded love. 4. Carrying objects around the house. That shoe in their mouth? The sock in their bed? The plush toy they won't let go of? Dogs carry things for different reasons, but most of them boil down to comfort. Some dogs have a natural retrieving instinct, especially breeds like retrievers and spaniels. Others may carry objects that smell like you to feel close when you're not around. If they gently bring the item to you and drop it at your feet, it could be a gift, a peace offering, or even a request to engage. They're saying, "You're important. Share this moment with me." 5. Showing their belly. When your dog rolls over and shows their tummy, it's not always an invitation for a belly rub. Sometimes it is, yes, but more often it's a powerful expression of vulnerability and trust. In the wild, the belly is the most defenseless area of the body. By exposing it to you, your dog is saying, "I trust you with my life." That said, not all belly-up positions mean submission. Some are pure joy, especially if your dog wiggles and squirms while upside down. It's their happy dance, and you're the reason for it. 6. Licking you excessively. Your dog licks you for many reasons: affection, anxiety, or even an attempt to care for you. In the canine world, licking is both grooming and bonding. Mother dogs lick their puppies to clean them and soothe them. Your dog may be doing the same to you, not because you're dirty, but because you're precious. They may also be reading your mood through taste. Your sweat carries emotional markers like stress hormones. When your dog licks you, they might be detecting your anxiety and trying to calm it. 7. Sleeping next to you or on you. There's a reason 76% of dog owners let their dogs sleep in bed with them. It's one of the strongest signs of emotional bonding. When your dog chooses to sleep beside you, they're placing themselves at their most vulnerable, right next to you. It's not just for comfort, it's for security, warmth, and love. To your dog, the bed isn't just a place to sleep, it's a den, and in their mind, your pack. Sleeping with you says, I belong with you. You're my safe place. 8. Jumping on you when you get home. They don't mean to knock you over, they just can't contain themselves. When your dog jumps on you after a long day, it's the canine version of a bear hug and a joyful scream all rolled into one. They've missed you deeply, and their body has no calm mode when emotions overflow. In truth, dogs jump to get close to your face, your scent, your voice. They want to reconnect. And while training can help curb the habit, never forget, it comes from pure love. They're not being naughty. They're just overwhelmed with joy. 9. Tilting their head. When you talk. You've probably melted the moment your dog tilted their head slightly while you spoke. But why do they do it? Scientists believe it's a combination of curiosity, empathy, and trying to better understand you. Tilting their head can help dogs adjust their ear position to locate sounds more accurately. But more than that, it's a sign they're truly listening. Some dogs also do it because they've learned it delights us, so it becomes part of how they connect and communicate emotionally. That tiny tilt, it's a whole conversation. 10. Doing zoomies. Out of nowhere. 1 minute your dog is calm, the next, they're sprinting in wild circles like they've lost their mind. These sudden bursts of chaotic energy are called fraps, frenetic random activity periods, and they're completely normal. Dogs release pent-up excitement or stress this way, especially after baths, long naps, or emotional buildup. It's their way of saying, I feel amazing and I need to let it out. Zoomies are pure joy in motion, a celebration of being alive. If your dog does them safely, just watch and enjoy the show. 11. Barking at nothing. It's 2 a.m. and your dog suddenly starts barking at nothing. Or so it seems. In truth, dogs have far sharper hearing and smell than humans. What seems like nothing to you might be the faint rustle of a squirrel outside or a distant siren miles away. But barking at invisible stimuli can also be linked to boredom or anxiety. If it becomes constant, it might be your dog asking for stimulation, reassurance, or a different outlet for their alert instincts. They're not trying to scare you. They're trying to protect you. 12. Licking their own paws. Excessively. A little paw licking is normal grooming, but when your dog obsessively licks or chews their paws, it can signal discomfort, either physical or emotional. Allergies, injuries, or dry skin might be the culprit, but sometimes it's something deeper. Dogs under stress or left alone too long may turn to repetitive behaviors, like paw licking to self-soothe. Think of it like nail biting in humans. It brings temporary relief. If it becomes frequent, it's worth investigating. Your dog might be trying to tell you something through their own body. 13. Barking at their reflection. Some dogs bark at mirrors or glass doors, as if an intruder is staring right back. That's because many dogs don't recognize their reflection as themselves. Instead, they think another dog has entered their territory, and that can feel confusing or threatening. Others may just be startled by the sudden movement or curious about why that dog mimics every move. Over time, some dogs learn to ignore reflections. Others never quite figure it out. Either way, it's harmless and often hilarious. 14. Circling before they lie down. It might look like a quirky ritual, but when your dog spins in circles before lying down, it's not random. This behavior is inherited from their wild ancestors. Wolves would trample down grass, check for snakes or bugs, and position themselves for comfort before resting. Your dog is doing the same, preparing the nest, checking the environment, and getting their body aligned for safety. It's instinctual. Even if they're sleeping on a modern memory foam bed, the ancient brain still says, circle first, then sleep. 15. Yawning. When you're stressed, dogs yawn for more than just tiredness. When they see you upset, nervous, or frustrated, they may yawn too. This is a form of emotional mirroring, a calming signal used between dogs and also with humans. If you're agitated, your dog might yawn to say, "I sense your tension. I'm staying calm for both of us." It's their peaceful protest, a quiet act of solidarity. Dogs truly are emotional barometers, and their subtle behaviors often reflect our internal states more accurately than we realize. 16. Sitting on your feet. It may feel possessive or just adorably clingy, but when your dog plants their butt directly on your shoes, they're doing two things: claiming you and anchoring themselves to their emotional home base. This behavior is most common in dogs with protective or loyal temperaments. Sitting on your feet lets them monitor you while also making sure no one else gets too close. It's a sign of trust, but also a declaration: "You're mine, and I'm staying right here." Want your dog to always feel emotionally safe even when you're not around? Make sure you're subscribed to our channel for more videos like this. We'll help you build the most meaningful bond possible with your best friend. 17. Digging the bed or couch before lying down. Does your dog scratch at your bed, sofa, or their own bedding, like they're trying to dig a hole to the center of the earth? This nesting behavior comes from their wild ancestry. Before lying down, wolves and wild dogs would dig into grass or dirt to flatten the surface, control temperature, and check for threats. Even in the comfort of your home, that urge lives on. Scratching the couch isn't defiance, it's instinct. They're creating a safe, personalized sleeping zone, a spot that smells like them, feels secure, and hopefully isn't made of expensive fabric. 18. Hiding food or toys. Around the house, ever found a half-chewed treat in your shoe? Or your dog's favorite toy buried under a pillow? Dogs hide things they value, especially if they're unsure when they'll get another. It's a survival instinct rooted in scarcity. Even if your pup lives in abundance, the urge to save for later can still kick in. Sometimes dogs also bury items to play with later, or because they're too full to finish. Either way, it's a behavior that says, "This is important to me. I want to keep it safe." 19. Presenting their butt to you. It might feel weird, but when your dog turns around and shows you their backside, it's actually a sign of trust and comfort. Dogs have scent glands near their tail, and in the canine world, sniffing each other's butts is a normal greeting. When they show you their rear, they're saying, "I trust you enough to let my guard down." It's also a form of invitation, subtly asking for a scratch or showing that they feel completely relaxed in your presence. 20. Growling. While playing play growls can sound intense, but they're not a sign of aggression when the context is right. Dogs often growl during tug-of-war or when roughhousing with people or other dogs. It's their way of adding excitement and vocal flair to the game. Watch the body language. If their tail is wagging, eyes are soft, and they keep coming back for more, the growl is all part of the fun. But if the growl is stiff, low, and paired with a tense posture, it might signal real discomfort. Learn your dog's play language. They're always communicating. 21. Leaning against you. Youre. When your dog leans their full body weight against your legs or side, they're doing more than cuddling. They're anchoring themselves to their safe place, you. This behavior says, "I feel secure when I touch you." It's especially common during new experiences, loud noises, or unfamiliar settings. By leaning on you, your dog is literally seeking emotional support. It's a hug without arms, a silent message, "I trust you to keep me steady." 22nd, humping pillows, legs, or toys. It can be awkward, especially when guests are over, but humping isn't always about mating. Dogs hump for many reasons. excitement, dominance, anxiety, or even boredom. Sometimes it's a way to release energy when they're overstimulated. Unless the behavior is obsessive or directed at people, it's often harmless. Redirecting their focus, adding exercise, or giving them structured play can help. And no, they're not being bad. They're just a little overwhelmed and expressing it in a way that feels good. 23rd, rolling in disgusting smells dead fish, mud, rotten leaves. Why do dogs roll in things that make us gag? It turns out, this is a deeply rooted instinct. In the wild, rolling in strong odors helped wolves mask their own scent, either to sneak up on prey or to bring the smell back to the pack as a message. For your domesticated dog, it might simply be satisfying. Scents are stimulating, and rolling in them is a full-body experience, gross to us, glorious to them. A bath usually follows, but in their mind, it was totally worth it. 24. Suddenly ignoring you. You call their name, offer a treat, wave your arms, nothing. Your dog looks at you and walks away. Are they mad? Probably not. Dogs sometimes go quiet for reasons we don't immediately see. Fatigue, overstimulation, or even needing space. Just like us, they have emotional cycles. Sometimes they crave closeness. Other times, they want to be left alone. Respecting these moments shows your dog that you understand them beyond commands. You see them as a whole emotional being. Every little behavior tells a story. And the more you decode, the closer you get to understanding the silent language of your dog's heart. Want more insights like these? Make sure you're subscribed and don't miss what's coming next. 25. Walking in circles. Before pooping. It might look like indecision or a funny ritual, but when your dog walks in circles before relieving themselves, they're doing something deeply instinctive. Studies suggest dogs prefer to align themselves with the Earth's magnetic field, usually along a north-south axis, when they poop. Beyond that, circling helps them flatten grass, check the area for threats, and establish security before assuming a vulnerable position. It's not weird. It's ancient survival logic at work. Your dog is simply following a compass wired into their brain. 26. Eating grass. Is your dog trying to make themselves vomit? Not always. While grass eating can be a sign of an upset stomach, for many dogs it's just normal. Some do it out of boredom, others enjoy the texture or taste. In some cases, it may help with digestion or clear their stomach. Occasional grass munching is no cause for alarm, especially if your dog is otherwise healthy. But if it becomes obsessive or leads to vomiting, it might signal a dietary issue or discomfort worth checking. 27. Pawing at you gently. When your dog puts a paw on your leg or chest, they're not just asking for attention, they're initiating connection. It's a gentle touch that says, "I want to be close," "I trust you," or even, "Don't stop petting me." Dogs use their paws to communicate, like we use our hands. If paired with soft eyes or a leaning body, it's affection. If it's persistent and paired with whining or pacing, they may be anxious or need something. The context speaks louder than the paw itself. 28. Sitting like a human. Some dogs love to sit upright with their back against the couch, like a little person. It looks hilarious, but is it okay? In most cases, yes. Some breeds with flexible hips or long torsos find it comfortable. Others simply mimic what they see their humans doing. However, if your dog suddenly starts sitting this way, and it looks awkward or unbalanced, it could signal joint discomfort. But if it's always been their favorite lounge pose, it's just another quirky way they feel at home. 29. Chasing their tail. Excessively. A tail chase now and then is normal, especially in young, energetic dogs. But if it becomes constant or frantic, it could signal stress, boredom, or even a neurological issue. Dogs in confined spaces or left alone for too long may resort to repetitive behaviors like tail chasing to release energy. In some cases, it can become compulsive. If it feels obsessive or includes biting or self-injury, consult your vet. Tail chasing isn't always play. It can be a silent cry for stimulation or help. 30th. Barking in. Their sleep yes, dogs dream, and sometimes they vocalize while doing it. Barking, twitching, running legs, all signs that your dog is deep in REM sleep, reliving moments from their day or imaginary adventures. It's nothing to worry about. In fact, it's proof that your dog's brain is just as vivid and active as yours. Puppies and seniors tend to dream more often. So if your pup is chasing squirrels in their sleep, just let them run. 31. Laying their head on your lap. This soft, sweet gesture is one of the most emotionally charged things your dog can do. When they lay their head on your lap, they're offering complete vulnerability and asking for closeness without words. They may be seeking comfort, reassurance, or simply enjoying your presence. If your dog does this often, you're not just their owner, you're their safe space, their sanctuary. It's a sign of deep love and absolute emotional trust. 32. Hiding under furniture. Is your dog hiding under the table, couch, or bed? Depending on the context, it can mean many things: fear, anxiety, overstimulation, or simply seeking a quiet place. Dogs often retreat to enclosed spaces when they feel threatened or just need to decompress. If there are loud noises, visitors, or tension in the house, hiding may be your dog's way of saying, "I need space." Offer them a safe den-like area. Respect the retreat. It's not rejection, it's emotional self-regulation. Your dog may not speak your language, but they're always telling you how they feel. All it takes is learning to listen with your eyes and your heart. Stay with us. The next behaviors might surprise you even more. 33rd. Dragging their butt on the floor. Also known as scooting, this behavior might look silly, but it's usually a sign of physical discomfort. Most often, dogs drag their behinds when their anal glands are full or irritated. It could also signal allergies, worms, or skin irritation. If it happens once, it might just be a quick itch. But if your dog scoots repeatedly, it's time to consult your vet. They're not trying to be funny, they're trying to get relief from a discomfort they can't explain. 34. Showing their teeth, but wagging their tail. This confusing combo often leaves dog owners unsure. Are they happy or about to snap? The truth is in the rest of their body. If your dog shows teeth while their body is loose, tail is wagging gently, and eyes are soft, it could be a submissive grin or playful gesture. Some dogs smile this way to diffuse tension or say, "I mean no harm." However, if the tail is stiff, eyes hard, or posture rigid, it could be a warning. Always read the full picture, not just the tail or teeth alone. 35. Sniffing your face. While you sleep. Waking up to your dog's nose, inches from your face might feel unsettling, but to them, it's a tender gesture. Dogs use their incredible sense of smell to check on you, gather information, and feel reassured that you're okay. Your sleeping body releases subtle scent changes tied to your emotions and health. If your dog quietly approaches to sniff while you're at rest, it's their way of saying, "I'm watching over you, I care." It's not just cute, it's protective love. 36. Guarding you. While you eat, some dogs will sit near you during meals like little furry bodyguards. They might growl if someone gets too close, or simply keep their eyes locked on you. This behavior isn't about begging, it's about loyalty and instinct. In the wild, eating is a vulnerable time. Dogs may guard the one they love most while they eat, not because they want food, but because they want to make sure nothing bad happens to you. It's pack behavior at its purest form. 37. Refusing to make eye contact. If your dog avoids looking into your eyes, it's not disrespect, it could be deference. In canine communication, direct eye contact can be a challenge or threat. So when your dog looks away, especially when you're speaking sternly, they may be saying, "I mean no trouble." On the other hand, if your normally affectionate dog starts avoiding your gaze completely, it could be a sign of fear, confusion, or feeling disconnected. Pay attention to the context and offer gentle reassurance to rebuild trust. 38th, stretching in front of you. That deep, slow front leg stretch isn't just your dog waking up. When they stretch in front of you with their head low and rump raised, it can be a social gesture known as a play bow. It's an invitation to engage, to relax, to connect. Dogs use this stretch to greet others, show friendliness, and release tension. When they do it in your presence, they're saying, "I'm happy to see you. Let's share this space together." It's more than a stretch. It's a compliment. 39. Making strange vocal noises, talking to you. Grumbles, yodels, woos, and mumbles. Some dogs seem like they're trying to talk. These vocalizations are often playful attempts to communicate. Your dog may have learned that certain sounds get your attention or affection. It's also a sign of emotional expression. They may be mimicking human interaction, expressing excitement, or trying to explain something in the only way they know how. If your dog's talking has rhythm, tone shifts, and expressive body language, it's not noise, it's conversation. 40th. Bringing you random objects. From socks to sticks to empty food bowls, when your dog brings you something unexpected, they're offering more than clutter. This gesture is part gift-giving, part communication. They may be saying, "I care about you," or "Let's play," or even, "I'm bored. Let's do something." Dogs who bring objects are often seeking engagement. The item itself might be meaningless. What matters is the act of sharing. Accept it with joy. In their eyes, they just gave you a piece of their world. You started this video to decode strange behaviors, but maybe now you see. Your dog was never being strange. They were speaking a language of love, loyalty, and instinct, waiting for you to listen. If this helped you understand your dog on a deeper level, subscribe to our channel and stay tuned. There's still so much more your dog wants to tell you, and we're here to translate every word. You've just walked through 40 strange, amusing, and sometimes confusing dog behaviors. But now, with every paw stretch, sideways glance, belly flop, or midnight bark, you'll know. You'll understand what your dog has been trying to say all along. Because the truth is, dogs don't speak in words, but in whispers. Through tail wags, leaning bodies, soft licks, distant stares, and quiet retreats. Every move they make is a sentence. Every habit is a story. And the more we listen, the more we realize. Nothing they do is meaningless. You thought it was just silly zoomies, but it was joy. You thought they followed you to the bathroom for fun, but it was loyalty. You thought they stared at you in silence, but it was love. Deep, honest love. And that sock they placed beside your bed, that wasn't mischief. That was a gift. The bond you share with your dog is one of the most profound connections in life. Unspoken, constant, undeniably loyal. And when you start to recognize their language, even the strangest parts of it, something beautiful happens. You become more than their owner. You become the one who finally, truly hears them. So tonight, when your dog leans on you, sighs beside you, or gently licks your hand, don't just feel it. Understand it. And if you ever wondered what else your dog may be trying to tell you, especially through their eyes, then there's one more thing you need to see next. Check out our next video to uncover why your dog stares at you in silence, and what it might reveal about their heart, their mind, and your bond.